Good morning. Today is actually the 1st of June. Well, this video is not coming out for about 10 days, I think, 10th of June, I think. But I managed to get a little bit ahead with some other videos. We are now in phase 2 of de-escalation, and that means that hopefully I can get out a little bit further afield, although I've still got specifically some time restrictions, and I can't go outside of our Alicante province. But I'm hoping in the next couple of days I might actually go and get a hike in the mountains. Interesting, what they've done here is they've actually put some got a one-way system on the Paseo. If you're walking up towards the port, you walk on the actual Paseo, the promenade. If you're walking the other way, you're supposed to walk in the road, because the road is only open at certain times of day for traffic and only getting for essential traffic. I could in theory have gone up to the mountains today, but the mountains aren't really a morning location for me because the light's all wrong, and I decided not to rush up there this afternoon, so to give it a couple of days for things to settle down. So I'm going to do one more early morning shoot on the local bit of coastline here, probably somewhere up around Isleta de Los Baños or Los Baños de la Reina, but we'll see as we get a bit further up. I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you do, and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Definitely a bit of a rush to get here this morning, and then when I got here I couldn't decide what I wanted to shoot. The sun is actually coming up now. Basically what I've got is this sort of rocky area that I'm standing on, which forms a kind of a channel that goes out and then splits around almost a little island. It's not really an island, but it's almost a little rocky lump in the middle. The only thing that I'm not quite so keen on with the composition is that the rocky bit on the left hand side goes off out of the frame, but the one on the right hand side does curve around and kind of close it in. I've got the sun coming up over the mountains on the top, sort of just to one side of the thirds, and then I'm just waiting for waves to come in and taking several shots. I can either then choose to just pick the best one, or if I want to, I can look at maybe doing a bit of a sort of a compositing exercise where I take 2 or 3 shots with the nicest waves in the background, middle ground, foreground. 16mm, 2-stop hard-edged ND grad. And just have to keep watching the waves. I've also got to watch them because it might get a freak one that comes up higher than I thought. And whilst it's unlikely to get up high enough to do any harm, I'm trying to avoid getting my feet soaking wet. The temptation here was to go lower down to really make the waves more of a feature, but if I do that, then the outer edge of the rock that curves around then intersects with the little island in the middle, and it just doesn't work as well. Just drop the ISO down a little bit, just down into the sort of artificially low settings, just to try and keep about 1/3 of a second exposure time. I think that looks quite nice to keep some texture in the waves. The sun's getting higher, got some waves coming in now. Okay, I'll set up for one more shot. I've moved around over more towards the square cutouts of the baths here. I'm shooting with the sun just out of the frame on the left. This is a shot that only works if I manage to get the wave patterns right as they come in. So what we've got is the rocks going out on the left hand side, and then they kind of spread across the scene. And then what I want is waves draping coming in from the right. Again, I'm taking lots of shots, and I'll either pick the best one or I'll pick the best 2 or 3 and composite them to make it look its best. Okay, that's it. 50 minutes after sunrise. Sun's getting very bright. It's also starting to feel a bit warm as well. And of course that's the challenge we're facing now. We're coming into summer. I always struggle in the summer, if for no other reason than because of the heat. It makes it really difficult to go out and do hikes and that kind of thing. But I'll certainly be making the most of it this year. And as I said, hopefully my next video will be in the mountains, fingers crossed. Suddenly got very noisy. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please consider hitting the like, the thumbs up, giving it a share on social media. That helps to spread it around and let new people get to see my videos. And of course, don't forget about subscribing if you're not already a subscriber. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. So thank you very much. And until the next video, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.